Slowly lift yourself with the crossed leg, a half pigeon pose. Also known as Ardha Kapotasana. So you are stretching yourself up and up. Observe the stretch you have in the complete pelvic portion. Take a deep breath. Observe the breath. The breath is completely going inside your lung. The Kapotasana position has an intense effect on your lower portion. Slowly breathe out. Come back to the original position and release your leg. Take a deep breath. Relax. Breathe in. Relax. Let's do it with the other leg. Bring your other leg near to your tummy, horizontal, and stretch your body. Keep your both the hands and raise your upper portion of the body. Observe the stretch you have. It is a natural stretch which you have. Take a deep breath here. Observe the breath. You can have a breathe in and breathe out. If you would like to spend a time of more than 10 or 20 seconds, better to breathe in and breathe out in this particular condition. The other way is take a deep breath and while going down you can breathe out. But if you want to spend a time of a minute or some 50 seconds, you have to breathe in and breathe out. Observe the stretch you have at the thighs, pelvic region, your sartorius muscle, your psoas muscle. Please keep in mind, you should not overstretch yourself, else you may get the muscle cramp at your thigh muscles or calf muscles, which is not good. Slowly breathe out and relax your leg and relax yourself. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. Take a deep breath and breathe out. You should take at least 5 to 10 seconds of relaxation between two asanas. That is very important to rejuvenate. The next asana what we are going to learn is a lizard position. So lizard, you will find that it is a position where generally while running it's one leg and both the arms, they are very near to each other. So accordingly the lizard position is like this. So what we need to do, very slowly bring your one leg just near to your legs, near to your hands, so that your leg and your both the hands are together in one line. See forward, in front of you, smile on the face, don't forget. Observe the stretch you have in your complete leg and groin portion. Observe that. Be there for some time. Observe the stretch. You will come to know why I have done stretching before doing these asanas. Now, take a deep breath and slowly bring your that leg to the original position and relax. Do not overstretch. Relax yourself. Take a deep breath and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do it with the other legs very slowly. Raise other leg. Bring the other leg near to your palm. Slowly and in line with your palms, and try if you can have the straight sky pointing knee. Stretch your left leg. Observe the stretch you have in your groin. Needless to say, no for pregnant woman, no for any injury person. Anybody who has a surgery or groin problem, they should not do it. It is one of the difficult asana, but it is very effective for pelvic disease prevention. Slowly come back to the original position and relax yourself. Take a deep breath and relax. Take a deep breath and relax. Breathe in and relax. Let's do next asana, that is Naukasana. Stretch your both the hands, both the legs. Slowly be on the belly button and lift your hand, lift your legs without folding them. Naukasana. It's a boat position. Stretch yourself up and up. Remember that your lower back should not get overstretched. So you can have a breathe in, breathe out here, or you can also have one breathe in, hold, and then breathe out. And relax. Take a deep breath and relax. Take a deep breath and relax. Fold your legs for next asana. Hold your legs slowly. Just be sensitive to yourself. If you are not able to stretch, be in this position. Next is Dhanurasana. So you can lift yourself as much as possible. Do not overlift. Here you can take a deep breath. There are cradlings in it, but don't overstretch. Slowly breathe out and relax. Relax. And turn yourself facing the sky. Remember, do not overstretch. Take a deep breath. Keep your hands straight. Raise your left leg and very slowly hold it in a tilt position. Try to bring it on the right side as straight as possible, and your left hand stretch it in line with your shoulder and try to sit on the left side, monkey pose, Markatasana. Remember to keep your right leg in as straight position as possible. Observe the stretch you have in your tummy as well as in your hips. One of the best to provide you the health of your pelvis. If you cannot hold your leg, you can slowly fold your knee. It is better to have the straight knee, but health is always on priority. Don't overstretch. Come back to the original position slowly. Bring your hands to the original position. Take a deep breath and relax. Similarly, let's do on the other side. So here, again, take your right leg up and hold it. Hold the right toe with the left hand and your right hand in line with the shoulder. Slowly twist your neck on the right side. Observe the stretch you have in this area. Also on hips. One of the best asana to reduce the hips. Monkey asana, which is Markatasana. Observe the stretch. Your complete body is twisting. Come back to the original position. Very slowly. And relax. Take a deep breath. And relax. A position which is known as Ananda Balasana. Enjoy child pose. Enjoy baby pose. This way, what you can do, it is very near to the Viparita Karni. Raise your both the legs. Utthit Padasana. Raised pose. Slowly bring them to the Viparita Karni. Plow pose. Hold both the toes. This way. Observe the stretch you have in your thighs, in your back, and very slowly you can bring them near, and if possible you can touch them to your forehead. Ananda Balasana. You can have laughter in this, right? Observe the stretch you have in your groin, in your thighs. You can have them, the moments here, like a small baby. Ananda Balasana. Enjoy child pose. Slowly take them, both the legs to original position. Keep a Viparita Karni. Plow pose. Half plow pose. Breathe out. Take a deep breath again. And breathe out. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. These are some of the asana. I have not covered all the asana which are for the groin. One more asana, you can observe that it's very effective for our pelvic region, but it needs some practice. So my request to everybody, please observe Don't overdo. Okay, try to practice it and then do it. So slowly. So my request, don't do it unless and until you are doing it every day. So I'm going in Sarvangasana and then lotus position and then straight. Observe the stretch I have in my pelvic region, and then I have to give some flowing air to my body, and I have to fan my body here. Pankhasana. Again stretch. Unfold your lotus position. Half log pose, half wheel pose. Straight and relax. So Pankhasana gives you a health of the lower body. You will find it is completely sweating now with the Pankhasana. My legs has fanned my face. Take a deep breath and very slowly come back to the sitting position. I'm sure you might have enjoyed it. How we have spent 50 minutes, I really don't know. Let me touch the screen so that it may not go on lock. Let's take a deep breath. Let's be in Swastikasana. Swastikasana, where I'm putting my one foot touching the thighs, another foot touching the other thighs. You have to just press them in such a way that both the thighs are touching to the sole. Swastikasana. Okay, so sometimes inside it won't go so easily. Swastikasana. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. Take a deep breath and breathe out. That day we have seen the Mayurasana. We have seen the Bakasana. Some of the asana which are very good for our groin is one is Pankhasana. Just observe, don't do it, so that I can quickly show you, so that in the future you can do it. It is a Padma Mayurasana, right? Padma Mayurasana is lotus position, and then you can have Mayurasana. Observe the effect on the groin area. It is huge. So it is a lotus along with the peacock. So huge pressure on your lower area. Along with that, you will find a Tolasana. Raise yourself. Huge pressure in your middle portion. So that is one more difficult asana, but it is very effective, is Supta Vajrasana. Don't do it as it is hazardous to do it very instantly, but I'll show you. So this is a Vajrasana, and very slowly you need to go down. Try to touch your this portion, up portion, and you can have a straight hands. Try to touch your knees to each other. Supta Vajrasana. Slowly come back to the sitting position. Remember, this asana needs to be performed under proper supervision first. over the period of time, and then you can do it. Let's be in Swastikasana again. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Smile on the face. The thought which come to your mind, when will I do all these asanas, is very natural thought. It is a driving force for you and me. So this thought is the initiation of your health. You pat yourself that you could attain this one. We both could do many asanas. We could reduce our aging. We spend time for our health. We have given something to our health than just extracting from our body the real partner of life. It is said, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. Take a deep breath. Observe the feeling you have at the lower portion. You must be feeling very light now. Maybe that you may be feeling the upper portion little bit heavier than the lower portion. Always reverse is the case. This time the lower portion is feeling very light. Concentrate on your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, relax your body, breathe out. Let's have Moolban. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe the energy in your toes. Observe the light feeling in your lower portion. Rub your palms. Observe the temperature of palm is already high. Rub them on the neck. Rub them on the ear. Your face. I'm sure each one of you might have a flushed face with the blood, which will take out many elements of the face. Rub your eyes. Take a deep breath. And with the breathe out, a commitment towards the better health. Open your eyes. And let me know your questions. So we have covered some of them, some of the asana. We could not cover all of them. Maybe when there will be a long therapy session, we will definitely cover them.
Thank you so much, Raghavendra ji, for wonderful therapy session on pelvic muscles, and we covered so many asanas today. We were getting comments from everywhere. Can we continue this session next week as well? Can we have therapy sessions for next week as well? Which is not possible. We have done. This is the last day of our therapy session for this week. It was exclusively done for International Day of Yoga Celebration Week, and so let's have some questions in case if we have people, if you can put your questions. We don't have any questions so far.
Great. That's very great. My request to everybody that uh, uh, try if you can continue by yourself, and request is not to show to others, just to show to ourselves. We continue. See, it should be a part of your daily life. I know that it is very good to present it to people. You will feel enthusiastic, but it is even very good feeling when you do it for yourself. So when you are alone and you do it for yourself, that is a real yoga. During these 5 days of therapy session, my request is, if I have done any mistake, please write to me. Mistakes are very important to point out. I already told about one mistake which I did. I'm not allowed to do mistakes as a teacher or evaluator, but it happened. It's a human being. Second thing, if you have any suggestion, please write it to Yoga Council. I'm a part of Yoga Council, so write it to Yoga Council. Think over it. You have my email ID. If you would like to have any kind of the help for yoga, I can definitely reply to you on this. So, and in between, I generally come back during some sessions. So if you would like to have some sessions, please suggest it to Yoga Council. It's for all of us. It's not only a day of IDY. It's not only a week. It's the Nirantaram Seva. So that's why we don't differentiate between the days of the yoga days and non-yoga days. Not